In this video, we are going to see how to calculate mean from frequency tables. The first frequency table is from a discrete data. So because the range of the values of the data is not so big, it's only from 3 to 8. In this case, it's about shoe size. So from shoe size 3 to 8. Therefore, we can just list it because there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Okay? So remember that this means there are 2 people with shoe size 3, there are 7 people with shoe size 5, and so on. So when we want to calculate the mean, of course, when we are adding the sum of all the shoe sizes, we have to remember the amount of people with that shoe size. So in this case, 2 times 3, 5 times 4, there are 7 people with 5, so 7 times 5, and so on. And the total number of people, when you add up all the frequency, there are 47 people. So when we are calculating the mean, don't forget 3 times 2, 4 plus 4 times 5, and so on and so on. And then divide it by the number of data, which is 47. And then if you do the calculation correctly, then it should be 6.08 in this case. Now for continuous data, it will be slightly different because sometimes with continuous data, there are just too many values to actually list everything in a table. Imagine listing everything from 33 to 76, the table will be too long. So therefore, we are going to put them into class intervals. So for instance, in this case, if you see here, there are 4 data between 30 and 40. There are 6 data in between 40 and 50. So we can actually represent the data in the frequency tables with interval like this. Between 30 and 40, there are 4 data. Between 40 and 50, there are 6 data. So to calculate the mean in this case, well, the value of the data is not really visible anymore in this case. We know that these 4 people has weight of 30 to 40, between 30 to 40 kilogram. However, we don't know what exactly the value is. So therefore, when we would like to calculate the mean, we have to represent this interval with one value, with one number. So in this case, we will calculate the midpoint of the interval. So 30 plus 40 divided by 2. So somewhere a number just exactly in between. 30 plus 40 divided by 2. So in this case, the midpoint is 35. So we will do that for all the class intervals. So here, for instance, for this class interval, the midpoint is 35. For this class interval, it's 45, and so on. So when now we want to calculate the mean, we call it the estimated mean because we don't actually know exactly what the data value is. We are just assuming that all these 4 people have weight 35, right? So then it's the same as before. Now instead, we are multiplying 4 times 35. There are 4 people with weight approximately 35. There are 6 people with weight approximately 45. So that's why we multiply them all, add them up, and then divide it by the number of data. So meaning you add up the frequency, divide by the number of data. And if you put that in your calculator, the result should be 55.3. So now you can work on your own data project. And for your report, you can either write down on paper this method and then take a photo and upload it in your report, or you can try and type it. If you type it, don't forget there should be a bracket here before the division. Good luck!